So when creating plans and writing them down, we want to be realistic. Because I mean, I could say I want to change completely, having Mr. Bill come and visit me every month. He is the most faithfulest person I've ever met. But it's not really realistic. So when creating our plans and writing them down, we want to make sure that we're being realistic. So if we're not excited about Mr. Bill, maybe when we want to change completely is our mindset about Mr. Bill. We want to make sure that we're being intentional about our funds, to set things to the side so that we can handle the funds that we are blessed to have and assign them accordingly to the bills that we have. Because Mr. Bill, unfortunately, it's not going anywhere. But there's some things that we have that will be different. Our outlook on life, we may want to be different. Our occupation may be different. Where we're living may be different. Our car may be different. We may have a car and we're not on SEPTA. That may be different. Our dynamic within our family, we might intend for that to be different next year. Unfortunately, sometimes a lot of family reunions come at funerals or weddings. And at funerals and weddings, it brings out the best and worst of people at the same time. So what we want to be different could be we're intentional about family time. I remember growing up, we would have family dinner at the table, and I have a friend. I went to her house and I was setting up the food on the table and things of that sort. So we would sit around the table. She'd be like, "What you doing? That's bougie." Because it's something that she wasn't accustomed to. But being different might be that we do bring that back, because it's so important to create these core memories in our families' lives of knowing that we care about them. We could sit together, we could put our phones down and focus on the person that's next to me. I don't have to FaceTime you right here. And life is so short. So what we may want to be different is that our family has come together. Our family is loving on one another. Our family is trying to be a part of each other's lives. Disclaimer. It's funny, I was talking to my brother and we was talking about he was talking about branding me and jenkares and things of that sort. You know, he's the brand expert and things of that sort. And I was like, sometimes I feel bad because if I'm honest, I'm a family therapist with a jacked up family too. Meaning my family ain't got it all together either. I was a baby of the family. I felt like I was the only child. But what I may want different next year is to be intentional about engaging with those distant relatives. Now, with that comes some things too, because sometimes it may work out, sometimes they may be open to it, sometimes they may not. But being confident in who you are too, of knowing it will work or it won't work, you did try, and if you feel at ease with it, rock out with it. But I'm the queen of helping somebody else make sure that they can mend whatever broken fences that they can. Your environment. This is a good one. How will you improve your environment? Because a lot of times we go into some environments that I could have passed on this event, or I didn't need to really be in that atmosphere and things of that sort. So it's really us being conscious of where it is that we are, who we are around and things of that sort. So many different things can cause us to feel like it's a good situation, but then we get there, we're like, And it's funny because it's the meme that says, "You coming over?" And the response is, "Who all gonna be there?" It matters who's gonna be there, because if somebody that doesn't mean you any harm, I don't got time for drama, friends. Let me just stay home. This peace is my sanctuary. I'm good here, okay? So again, how will you improve your environment? Lady Bill Confidence said, yes, creating boundaries. Friends, it is so important. It is so important to create boundaries. We think that it's not, but we find out how important it is. Even on the highway, on the road, when you're driving on certain parts of the highway, if you rear off to your right, you hear the and it was funny because growing up, the girl was like, "That means we're almost home." That does not mean that you're almost home to Jesus if you keep on the because you might go off the cliff. That home, but not home, okay? But those boundaries are there to help make sure that we stay in our lane, okay? We want to make sure we stay in our lane and creating those boundaries. Crystal said, "No is in the dictionary." I like saying no. Again, it took me a while to get there because you be wanting to help the people, but sometimes you have to say no because you can only do but so much that's on your plate. Antoinette said, "It matters who's going to be there." It matters who's going to be there. Because if I don't like this person and they don't like me or they doing stuff, why are you going to bring me there? You want me to come out of my character. You want me to act a fool. And I'm trying to be right. I'm trying to be good. Somebody did, it was me, was like, I'm happy. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I'm happy. Don't put me in a situation that's gonna be bad for me. And we talked about that too with our friends, of knowing who our friends are and they knowing who we are. So knowing that if I know this is not a situation that you like, I'm not gonna push you in that situation because I care for you. And I'm trusting you're not gonna put me in that situation either. So how will you improve your environment? One, being conscious to know who's there. Okay? All right. Next question.